Hi, I'm Brendan Bushy, and I've just started a new YouTube channel, and this is my introduction to it. The channel is called State of the Disunion, and it's about our country. It's about the United States of America, and it's about what's happening today. This is different than the past YouTube channel I had up, and I've turned that off for a while, and it's also different than the blog I started in 2017, and I turned that off for a while. Uh, The blog I had in 2017 was called The Church of the Holy Moly. When Donald Trump decided to run for president in 2016, I was concerned. Most people weren't. I was. When he got the nomination, I was really concerned. And again, most people weren't. They thought it was all some kind of a lark. And I thought if he was on the ballot, he stood a 50-50 chance of winning, and he won. A lot of people told me not to worry about it. I started the blog the Church of the Holy Moly on January 1st, 2017, and it was my intention of chronicling Donald Trump's time in office, his 4 years. I tried to write every day, and eventually that got a bit overwhelming, so I reduced it to every month, every couple of weeks. I got something at least once a month out there. And at the end of his 4 years, I continued it, but brought it down a notch, and I was really talking about what was happening um, with Biden's term in office, but not as focused as I was initially with Trump. Um, the other thing I did this year was the beginning of this year, I started researching uh, information because I wanted to do a course in an adult um, lifelong learning program. And the course I wanted to do and did do was called Lies Our Forefathers Told, The Myth of America. And that course covered our story from pre-colonization through colonization, through the formation of a country, through the Civil War, through World War One, through the Depression, through World War Two, through the 50s, and then from the 60s through 2000, and then 2000 through 2016, and then 2016 on up till today. I learned a lot. I read a lot of books. I interviewed several authors. Um, and part of what I'm going to be doing on this channel is slowly introducing little segments from that class. I think it's important for us to know our story. I think it's important for us to know what the United States is, as opposed to what we've been told it is. Um, the other thing, I guess, is I I'm an agnostic. Okay. I'm not a member of any organized religion. I'm not a member of any religion. If you ask me to identify myself and to come up with something as a religion, I'll tell you I'm an earthling. And that if I believe in any kind of a God, the God I believe in is the planet. It's Mother Earth. We're all children of Earth. And by all, I mean all. Every animal, every vegetable, every mineral. We're part of a big ecosystem. That's as close as I get to religion. When I was referring to Donald Trump and I was on Twitter, I backed off on Twitter and I'm on Blue Sky now, just starting on Blue Sky. Um, On Twitter, I often refer to Donald Trump as an Antichrist, not the Antichrist, because I wasn't putting that in the context of some religious prophecy, uh, meaning something derived from the Bible. I believe the Bible is a work of literature, and I believe Christ is a character. Whether Christ is a fictional character or a real character, I don't know. Um, but certainly, if you read the Bible, and I've researched a lot in terms of the Bible, various versions of the Bible, other religious books such as the Quran. Um, if you research the Bible and you familiarize yourself with the character of Christ, you probably will come to some generalizations about what Christ was like. So when I refer to Donald Trump as an antichrist, what I'm saying is he's the antithesis of the character Christ as portrayed in the Bible. The I want to do this YouTube channel with short videos, and every time I do a video, it will be based upon events that are happening right now or have just happened in the last couple of days. I'm not I vote straight Democrat. I've been doing that for a long, long time. I'm 78 years old, but I'm not a partisan. I'm not a Democrat. I vote Democrat uh, because I think the alternative, the Republican Party, is a organized crime organization. I don't know how else to say it. Um, it's more than that, but certainly that. And I believe the Democrats are disorganized crime. So I think we have a major problem, and I think the way to deal with it is to first bust the organized crime organization and then bust the disorganized crime organization. So start out with the Republicans and put them out of business. Our our politics has always been corrupt. It's just, I think, more corrupt than ever before. And hopefully over the course of the videos that are posted on this channel, you'll come to a better understanding of what it is I mean and maybe see things in a different light. Hopefully you'll come to see our country in in a more accurate light. I don't know that I have anything else to say right now. The Donald Trump being elected, my last class I did in my course was the day after election day, and most everybody in my class was kind of down. And I asked, "How are you feeling?" And everybody pretty much said they were feeling depressed. So I told them, "Nope, no depression allowed. You can be angry, but not depressed. We're all alive. Nothing has changed, relatively speaking, from the day before the election to the day after the election. Trump has not been sworn in again. Um, we hear all kinds of news every day. It's just what it is. So, what I'm hoping to do here is talk about reality, talk about facts. And then hopefully I will avoid all of the spin the various media sources put on everything. I think the problem we have, and I think we have a problem, we have several problems as a country. I think the problem we have more recently is partially the fault of our media, of our news organizations failing, going from news to entertainment. not reporting on our politicians in either party in a way they should be reported on. That's part of our problem. So if we follow the news, we're being misled. We're being taken into cult of personality as opposed to factual understanding of what's happening on a day-to-day basis and the implications of the actions our government is taking. The other entities that have failed us to varying degrees are our education system. The um, we're at a point where books are being banned. I mean, that's not the first time it's happened, but that's a distressing thing. We're at the point where people are not being allowed to teach the subject matter in classrooms, even at a college level. We're at a point where a governor is trying to require reading of the Bible, posting of the Ten Commandments in classrooms. This is all crazy. Another problem we have is with religion. Everybody has a right to worship as they choose. Nobody has a right to force anybody else to worship in any particular way or impose their religious beliefs on anyone else. And I'm using a term there, right, which I have an issue with, but for the moment, I'll just use it the way I have. We have a problem with our entire economic system. We call it capitalism. What we have is a system based on greed. What we have is a system that uh, is not designed was never intended to provide an equitable playing field for our citizens. What we have is a system that was designed to protect the financial, economic interests of wealthy folk. And I'll get more into that when I start doing the evolution of our country, which would be a side thing. Um, I do these things off the top of my head, and I'm 78. So I come up and I have an agenda in my head, and I don't know if I'm always going to stick to it. Oh well. I hope um, I hope you'll give this channel a chance. If anybody's interested in what I'm doing here and wants to get involved with it, please let me know. You can respond to these videos, leave me a message, I'll get back to you. I'm trying to think what else we got going on here. I guess if I want to talk about ongoing problems, they're going to be in the context of some of them in the context of religion. So I believe we have ongoing problems in terms of women's rights, but I think that all comes down to religion. The other problem we have, which is an ongoing problem from day one, is political parties. I think political parties are a horror show. And I think the corruption we've seen in our political system permeates everything. Republicans, Democrats. As a as someone who's voted Democrat and urged people to vote Democrat, I can tell you at the top of my list, I have some choice words for Democrats, starting with Bill Clinton, going to Nancy Pelosi, going to Barack Obama for a different set of reasons, and coming forward through Joe Biden. I'm not going to try to explain that now. I will in future videos. I see Biden and Obama differently than I see Pelosi and Clinton, Bill Clinton. If there was ever a candidate I really thought could bring about some sanity in our politics, it was in 2016. It was Hillary Clinton. I think Hillary Clinton was probably the best prepared candidate for the presidency we've ever had in this country. And I think that's it. So I hope you give this a chance. I'll post links to this on Twitter, on Blue Sky, on Facebook. Um, See what you think. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Have a good day, and I'll be talking to you.